Y'all, this is quite fitting for South Carolina. But did y'all know that South Carolina had a famous ghost named Bubba? Now, this Columbia Mills building has ran as a mill until 1981. It originally opened in the late 1800s, and it was the first totally electric powered mill in the world. Now it's known to be one of the largest museums. And this museum has a ton of cool stuff in it. It even has a real old carriage hearse. That's some claim to be haunted too. But back when it was a working mill, there was an employee there that went to the elevator and he was looking down to see when the elevator was coming up, looking down the elevator shaft. But the elevator wasn't coming up, it was going down. And it happened to be right above Bubba's head. When that elevator came down with Bubba's head still in the shaft, well, I'll just say Bubba's head went rolling. And now Bubba is an extremely active spirit that has been seen wearing his overalls all over this building. One of the eyewitnesses that have seen Bubba a ton of times is a security guard. Now, this security guard happened to be making her rounds around the building and she saw this dark shadow figure thing move right on top of that locomotive, that big old train they've got on display in there. When she looked, she realized it was wearing overalls. It finally hit her who and what was on top of that train. So she walked on down there a little startled to keep doing her rounds, and when she came back, figure was gone. Bubba's also known to hang out on the 4th floor near the schoolhouse. And there's a bell up there, and the bell rings on its own even when no one's in the building. And remember that hearse we talked about? Well, that hearse has a few stories itself. Hearse is where plenty of people have seen shadow figures. And not only that, one of the employees that works there, mom, was visiting the building, and she was next to that hearse. And she said, man, y'all got a really dusty mannequin up there. Y'all need to do a better job of taking care of your displays. She said when she touched it, dust just fell off of it. Just fluttered right onto the floor. I sat there and started thinking, what in the world did she see? Because we have no displays in here or any clothing that people visiting can touch. He went to the floor to go look at that display in front of the hearse. There was nothing there. 2 visitors watched a man in overalls and a pair of work boots walk onto the elevator in front of them. Well, they were trying to haul hind in to get over to the elevator before the door shut, and right before the door shut, they caught it. And when they opened back up the doors of the elevator, the man was gone. A security guard saw a man walking through the museum at night, and he was following him to see where he was going and trying to help him exit the building. Well, he followed that man around a corner, around another one, and then watched the man just disappear into the wall. And y'all, these aren't the only stories about Bubba. Bubba has a ton of stories. And if you want more, I'll tell y'all more about Bubba, or y'all can go look it up yourselves. If you like this video, you know what to do. And don't forget to follow me for more paranormal stories.